Alright, let's be honest. When it comes to badass, unforgettable heroes in gaming, it's not just the dudes stealing the spotlight. Today, we're celebrating 15 iconic female protagonists who've crushed enemies, solved mysteries, and basically carried entire franchises on their backs. So, let's dive into the queens of the gaming world you definitely need to play as. Let's start the list with one of my favorite protagonists, Amicia from A Plague Tale games. Alright, so Amicia isn't your typical action hero. She's thrown into chaos and forced to grow up fast, navigating a brutal world full of plague, war, and supernatural horrors. Her strength doesn't come from brute force, but from her resilience, intelligence, and fierce love for her brother Hugo. Watching her evolve across the series is incredibly powerful. She makes tough decisions, fights overwhelming odds, and still holds onto her humanity. There's something raw and grounded about her journey that makes her stand out, proving you don't need flashy powers to be unforgettable.
You can't stay close to me.
They ate him, Amicia! They ate him!
2B blends brutal combat efficiency with a calm exterior, hiding layers of emotion beneath that cold android shell. She's a fighter first, but as the story unfolds, you start to see the cracks in the armor. Her struggles with identity, purpose, and morality are deeply compelling. Combine that with a beautifully strange world and fast-paced action, and you've got a protagonist who isn't just cool to play as, but leaves a lasting impression long after it ends. 2B represents more than a stylish warrior. She's a symbol of quiet pain in a collapsing world.
Explain most of the central area. Big plants, too.
Report. Records show that vegetation has grown to an abnormal size since the departure of humans.
Wonder if there are any huge...
Senua's journey is one of the most personal in all of gaming. She's not just battling enemies, she's facing trauma, grief, and psychosis. The way the game presents her mental state is both haunting and honest. You feel every moment of fear, desperation, and determination as she pushes forward. She's vulnerable but never weak, and the way she fights, both physically and emotionally, creates a connection that's hard to shake. Her story doesn't ask for pity, it demands understanding, and that's what makes Senua one of the most unique protagonists out there.
End it now. Near the end.
Jessie walks into one of the strangest environments in gaming and handles it like she's been training for it her whole life. She's confident, sharp, and focused, but never without curiosity or doubt. As she unravels the secrets of the Federal Bureau of Control, she does it on her own terms, trusting herself even when the world makes no sense. Her psychic powers are fun to use, but it's Jessie's grounded attitude in the face of the surreal that really makes her memorable. She's the kind of protagonist who doesn't overreact, she adapts. Ellie's story is uncomfortable, brutal, and unapologetically human. She's angry, broken, and driven by emotion, making choices that aren't easy to watch. But that's what makes her so powerful as a character. She's not here to be likable, she's here to be real. Her journey is filled with violence, loss, and the kind of emotional weight that lingers. Every action has consequences, and Ellie carries them all on her shoulders. She's a reflection of what revenge and trauma can do to someone, and few games are brave enough to explore that with such honesty.
Oh, God damn it! You're looking for an Abby, right?
Talk.
Faith isn't a tank or a brawler, she's a runner, and the entire game is designed around her agility and flow. What makes her special isn't how many enemies she can defeat, but how she avoids them altogether. She defies the system by moving through the city in a way no one else can. With a quiet determination and a rebellious heart, Faith gives us a perspective that's rare. Someone who doesn't fight back with guns, but with movement and momentum. She's graceful, focused, and not interested in attention. She just wants to do what's right and keep moving forward. Evie often gets overlooked next to her twin brother Jacob, but she's the real brains behind the operation. Where Jacob charges in fists first, Evie prefers precision, planning, and stealth. She represents the refined side of the Assassin's Creed formula, smart, strategic, and capable. The Victorian setting suits her perfectly, and she holds her own in a city teeming with danger and corruption. She doesn't just follow orders, she questions them. Evie proves that sometimes the most dangerous person in the room is the one who never raises their voice.
Oi! Get your hands off me! Who are you? You ain't some Bobby, right?
Hush now, no need for a fuss. I said quiet.
There's nothing illegal.
Bayonetta is a force of nature. Stylish, confident, and completely unbothered by anything, she doesn't just fight demons, she toys with them. Every move she makes is deliberate and theatrical, turning every battle into a spectacle. But beneath all the sass and absurdity, there's real depth to her character. She knows who she is and doesn't compromise for anyone. Her combat is fast, fluid, and loaded with flair, but it's her self-assurance that really sets her apart. She owns every moment she's on screen, and she makes sure you remember her long after it's over. Kenna might not be a household name, but her story hits all the right notes. As a spirit guide, she balances compassion with strength, helping lost souls find peace while navigating her own emotional burdens. Her connection to the world around her gives the game heart, and her abilities offer a mix of combat and puzzle solving that feels natural and satisfying. She doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. Her quiet resolve and empathy make her stand out. Kena proves that you can be kind and still take charge when the moment calls for it. Eve steps into a broken world and wastes no time proving she's built to survive it. Her combat is fluid and punishing, and every enemy encounter feels like a dance with death. But it's not just her skills that impress, it's her curiosity. She questions the world she's fighting for, the people she serves, and the past that haunts her. There's a vulnerability beneath the surface that makes her feel real, even in a sci-fi setting packed with danger and mystery. Eve blends strength with introspection, and that mix makes her journey one worth following. Max doesn't leap across rooftops or wield weapons. She rewinds time and captures moments through her camera. Her power is subtle, but the emotional weight of her choices is immense. She's awkward, thoughtful, and unsure of herself. Just like most of us were at that age, what makes her compelling is how grounded she is. Max's story isn't about saving the world, it's about saving a friend, understanding pain, and learning that no matter how much power you have, you can't always fix everything. She's proof that quiet protagonists can leave the deepest impact.
You're Max fucking Caulfield, Time Warrior. Even if you weren't, you're kind and caring. Nobody could have a better best friend. Nobody. You didn't ask for any of this to happen, but it did. You need to accept.
Nilin's world is built on memories, and hers have been stolen. As she pieces her past back together, she also rewrites the minds of others, like literally changing their lives through memory manipulation. That alone makes her unique. But Nilin isn't just a cool concept. She's fierce, focused, and deeply driven. Her journey through Neo Paris is filled with style, emotion, and intense personal stakes. Even as the world pulls her in different directions, she fights to stay in control of her identity. Nilin is sharp both mentally and physically, and her story deserves more attention.
Edge. Who is this Tommy guy?
Tommy was your closest friend. A former memory hunter who's still faithful to our cause. His bar is in a cargo hull over the canal locks and slum.
Chell never utters a word, but her defiance is louder than anything GLaDOS throws at her. Armed with nothing but a portal gun and infinite patience, she navigates a maze of deadly puzzles, sarcastic AI, and collapsing test chambers. What makes Chell stand out is her unshakable resolve. No matter how absurd or dangerous things get, she just keeps going. No dramatic monologues, no flashy combat, just brains, timing, and pure stubbornness. Portal 2 is packed with personality, but it's Chell's calm, relentless determination that anchors the chaos. She's the ultimate example of saying everything without saying anything. Aloy grew up as an outcast and became the one person who could save the world. That alone says a lot. She's fiercely independent, endlessly curious, and never backs down from a challenge. Her ability to question the past while navigating a world filled with deadly machines and hidden truths makes her one of the most layered protagonists in modern gaming. What really sets her apart is her refusal to accept things as they are. She's always pushing for more, uncovering answers, and challenging those in power. Aloy is sharp, skilled, and full of purpose. Lara Croft isn't just the legend, she's a survivor. The reboot trilogy stripped away the over-the-top glamour and replaced it with a gritty, emotional origin story. You watch her evolve from a scared student into a hardened explorer who doesn't flinch in the face of danger. She's not perfect, she fails, she doubts, she gets hurt, but she always pushes forward. Her intelligence, resourcefulness, and raw determination are what make her timeless. This isn't just about raiding tombs, it's about becoming someone who refuses to be defined by fear. And that's our list. These women didn't just appear in great games, they defined them. So who's your favorite? Did I miss anyone you think deserves the spotlight? Drop a comment below, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more awesome gaming content. Catch you in the next one.